Hello there, Scorpio. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Scorpio for July of 2017, and I really can't believe this year's went by this fast. I can't hardly, it's over 6 months gone. What I've done for us is I've pulled 4 cards for the month. I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for overall view of the month. Now we'll pull angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully get pull everything together and get a bigger perspective. Now these are just general readings, so I advise you look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You'll be able to get more information if you do it that way. The other thing is because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern, so I speak as if I'm you. So everybody out there now that's a Scorpio is now Scorpio named Frankie for the time of this reading. But I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us for the month, and it's in our 9th house. And that is long journeys, education, law, religion, foreign cultures, plans for the future, intellectual pursuits. I think it's laws, in-laws, grandchildren. Yeah, it's the house of life. That's what it said. And it's Sagittarius, not Scorpio, but it's in the 9th house. Anyhow, I'm not an astrologer, so I go look at Veroush. It's Veroosh. She does cards and astrology, but the astrology part's simplified because I really have never got it, and I'm actually kind of learning something from doing it. Now we have a few words here for us for the month, and they are enthusiasm, honesty, vision, acceptance. And I'm kind of like thinking, I wonder with this acceptance thing what all of us are going through, and simplicity. And I can see the need for simplicity looking at these cards. They're really quite interesting, especially that word enthusiasm, because I think that with this bottom card here on the deck, and I don't think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out like a theme throughout the month for us. And our bottom card is the 2 of Wands, or rods in this deck. It's called rods. But that's quite an interesting card because this guy's looking out. Well, he has like a crystal ball in his hand. Sometimes it looks like the moon to me, or a crystal. But I think it might mean a crystal ball in his hand. But what he's doing is he's waiting for his ships to come in. So I think that a lot of us Scorpios have some things in mind, like a plan in mind, okay? And I always think of 2s as choices. But when we get this 2 of Wands, usually we've made that choice. It's like, okay, we had 2 choices, but this is what I'm going to pursue, and I'm going to pursue it no matter what anybody else thinks with this 2 of Wands here, or rods. I keep forgetting it's called rods in this deck. But the good thing is we'll be able to pursue it. The off thing about this 2 of Wands card is that usually, and a lot of times, support that we were counting on, let's say, like for our vision to move forward. Now this is going to come down in different areas of all of our lives because obviously we're all different Scorpios. But this usually when you have this, there's something unexpected in the mix, right? So let's say we have a vision, we go to this bank, and this bank is going to finance whatever we're going to do. Maybe we're going to get married and buy a new home, or what, like I said, we're individuals, or maybe we want a new job and we need money to move there. So we're going to take a loan. That's the only thing I can think of right off the bat to give us an example for it. But what happens with this 2 is sometimes things will fall through. So what we do when we get this 2 of Wands is we prepare. So what we do is we have a backup plan all the time. For our vision, we have a backup plan. So if we applied at this one bank, perhaps we'll apply at another bank, if it's along those lines, if it's something like that, we will be accepted. And it is acceptable to pursue our vision because we're going to, and we have the word vision also. So it's acceptable to pursue our vision, but always have a backup plan. That's what they're saying. So make sure we get our plans, our ideas approved. So if this is at work, or if this is in our husband or wife, or we're planning something with a family, like that. And with this, we are going to do it anyhow, but Spirit's saying we can achieve the easiest results by accepting or the advice of others. Like, pay attention when someone else talks. Maybe they have a better way for us to kind of move forward. Like I said, it'll be in different areas of each one of our lives, but for some reason I keep thinking this is going to be like a longer term vision. So if it was a home I was buying, I'd go to 2 different financing companies. Or if I was doing, let's say I wanted to start my own little company or something, and someone was going to partner with me, right? And I'm banking on it, and that's the only way I could make it, and they'll back out at the last minute, and I'm like stuck. So I'd make sure that I talked it over with, other people too. Maybe they might be interested, and if who I had my intent on, in the, what's that, who I was intent on in the beginning of my plan, that's like all gun-ho and maybe backs out, I'll still have a backup choice to just step right in and move forward, because we are going to go the path we are going to go. And basically, we're Scorpio, so we do it no matter what anyone tells us. So I want you to think about that like that too. And we basically are pretty much led by our intuition also. So if there's two, and it looks like there may be two interesting choices here if this was a love relationship too. So maybe some of us, right, are manifesting a love relationship, and all of a sudden up pops 2 guys or 2 girls instead of one, right? Maybe you ought to evaluate all of them, honestly. So if the first one backs out, I know why I didn't choose that, right? And I have my alternative because it still fit real well within my vision, What is it when we're manifesting, right? When we're manifesting, we tell Spirit or the universe, or however you want to say it, God, that this is what we want. This is how we'll feel at the end of it. But we're not allowed to say how. So they're forewarning us to have a backup plan, right? So if something falls through, we're not scrambling around at the last minute. We already maybe contacted a couple other people, we contacted a couple other banks, or however, a couple other companies if it's for a new job. And both positions are really similar, salaries are really good. Maybe I really want to live here because we have a card that shows we may be arriving or departing. Maybe I want to really live here, and the other place would be my alternative choice, right? But I really want to go there, and that falls through and the other one comes up. I'm better off for it, is what they're saying. So take it enthusiastically. Be honest with yourself. Either way would have worked, right? Our word honesty, and keep that vision, because they just said we're going to have the vision of that which we want anyhow, but both ways are good. So we have our backup, because our next card here is the King of Pentacles, and that's an excellent card. Now, if it doesn't have to be a male, right? It can be a female, because these are general readings. This is someone that, if it's a person, it could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. It would be an earth sign. Doesn't have to be, and it doesn't have to be male or female. I'm just telling you. But this person here, I could accept what they said, because this person is very comfortable right, is what they're saying. Very comfortable with money, right? Um, has a, and the power that money holds. So they're comfortable with it. They know finances really well. Maybe this is someone that's going to step in and help me. Maybe this is someone like a life partner that came in, that I wanted. He's financially secure, very smart, anything to do with money. Maybe it's a new corporation and it's the boss in the corporation really wants to hire me or wants my skills really a lot, or the bankers that are going to lend me the money. But this person's very intelligent, knows what they're doing. Maybe this is a situation where we need to have those skills because we have that Two of Wands showing up here, like our alternatives to take. Because this is influential in the earth plane. Pentacles to me are money. So, maybe I love someone with all my heart, but they really well off too. Better to us, Scorpio, because that protects us also, you know. So if this is someone I'm going to ask for advice, they know which way for us to go. Let's say something fell through that we were planning on. Maybe it's the person that's going to join us in the partnership or the other job that we thought, but I really want to go, let's say, to California, and I got one position in California and one in Iowa. I don't know, Scorpio. It's just an example. One in Iowa, and I said, I'm going to California, and all of a sudden I'm in Iowa. But it works out even better because who knows, my whole life changed. And then I got sent to another job that was even better. I got accepted. Well, some of us are going through things because we have the Justice card here as our next card. And when Justice comes up, we don't want to do anything too extreme, okay? Justice is balance. So maybe we're being called on to arbitrate for someone, or maybe we're in arbitration. Maybe some of us are going through a divorce, or maybe justice is a severance package from our work. That would be possible too. No, Scorpio, you don't have to answer the phone. I'll get it when I'm done. Never fails. That phone rings while I'm doing this, and I can't shut off the ringer in here. Sorry about that. But anyhow, when this card comes up, right, we are going to be fair, and with this Justice card like this, it's really like if we're being the one that's being called on to hold a vision, to divide things, we want everything to be fair and equitable, and we don't want our personal business to come, or our personal feelings to come into play during this time, because it will be done, and it will be done justly, fairly, like that. So remember that about the personal feeling part. If we're coming down to it, we want to keep our personal feelings out of situations like that, okay? Well, they're saying everything in moderation too, so if we are thinking about it, we don't plunge recklessly forward into something with this. And Justice, and they're saying, and don't get in trouble with the in-laws either. I don't know who that's for out there, but don't get in trouble with the in-laws either, okay? Except the in-laws are the in-laws, right? Keep it simple. That's our word, right? But when we have justice, it means it's going to go in our benefit anyhow. If this is with a justice maybe at work, maybe we'll get a severance package that's excellent. Maybe it's a divorce, and this is what's coming forward for us, like as our overall view with this, we will get that which we deserve. Now, what they're saying with this next card is this is the Four of Swords, and what they're saying to us is go within. This is a time when some of us have just come off of something chaotic. Maybe we've lost our job, maybe doing all these plans to start this new enterprise is crazy, or maybe some of us have been ill and it's one thing after another. This King of Pentacles was someone that came in and helped us out. Maybe this two here was, do I have surgery or don't I? You know, it's not a Two of Swords, so I don't normally think that. It's just something that popped up. But the end result was, it's better for me if I don't. This card shows me that I should step back for a few minutes from this situation. Remember what they said to us in the beginning. Have an alternative. If I don't step back from the situation, how do I go within, right, and sort what's the alternative if this doesn't work out? My backup plan, because when we're manifesting, we're allowed to say what we want. We're allowed to feel how we'll feel when it's here with us, right? But we're not allowed to say how. Pretty damn difficult, if you ask me. But they said to tell us that, because we'll be like, the how is, I just got to work harder, but maybe the how is, I won the lottery. You know, we don't know what that vision, the how to get it here is going to take. We just proceed with the only steps we know to do, and we leave that up to the universal source. So we can't do that if we don't step back. Sometimes when we get this Four of Swords card, we really require the rest. Or maybe people are overwhelming us. They're saying for us to heed the advice of others. Maybe we're getting too much advice. And we've got to sort through what is what for us, you know, for our own selves personally. How do we do this if we don't take respite, you know? Step back from the crowd, shut the doors, close the windows, pull the blinds, the drapes, take a break, take a breather, get within ourselves and decide what it is that we want going forward and feel it and accept it. You know, it actually is pretty simple. I always think spirit, God, whatever you call it, is very simple. People are complicated. If we take this rest time and go within, and maybe our friends are angry at us and everybody whose advice have been flying at us and don't understand why we haven't picked up the phone for 3 or 4 days. Oh well, live with it. I had to take some time alone. I'm sure others have had to do that too. But we'll get better advice and we'll feel more comfortable and we won't get erratic, you know, or complicate things or go off the handle if we have this time. So take it, Scorpio. Take whatever it is we need, because if we don't take the time, we can, if we do take the time, right, we can avoid making errors in judgment on what our decision is going to be as an overall, because our next card is the Knight of Pentacles. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Knight and the Justice card in here. This could be two different suitors, maybe one's younger than the other one. What did they say? You know, male or female. This Knight here is the Knight of arrivals or departures. Also, so maybe someone's arriving into our life like really rapidly after the King of Pentacles, maybe up and booked, or maybe this is the second banker. If it was a bank loan, you know, maybe, you know, like I said, it could be the second partner for the entrepreneur, the little business I'm going to start up, you know, it comes forward that was twice as good as the other guy because at least he's available all the time, you know. But this is, when I see this Knight of Pentacles, I believe knights are messengers. So this is a message that is good to me in the material realm. So I mean financially or something material plane that I want with this Knight, I'm going to get. sometimes with this Knight we can just up and move across the world for a new job. Arrivals and departures. Sometimes he means simple things like our journeys from that ninth house, I believe. Issues. I'm not an astrologer, but I think it said long journeys. Maybe we're going somewhere. Maybe this is all a trip and the whole family's fighting, so I want to be just and not let my personal opinion come into it and be willing, to accept the fact that all the kids want to go to the amusement park and I'd rather lay at the swimming pool, the arrival and departure thing. But with him in here, it's good. So if the message is good, whatever I'm doing, material plane wise, I am getting this month because I have a backup plan. I have a backup plan. So keep that in mind because we're all different Scorpios. So this is going to come down in a different area of our lives for each and every one of us. And they're saying, don't just daydream with this Four of Swords, right? If we're going within, don't just indulge in that wishful, daydreamy, airy-fairy. Keep it kind of focused, Scorpio, on what I want, instead of that wishful thinking thing. It's like if I have a vision of, I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, I have a vision of a new partner coming into my life, right? So I have a vision and he's going to look like this or I'm going to feel like this. Down the line, right? We're going down the line a little because we're doing this month. This is a July reading. Keep it simple, right? I'll be dating, I'll feel like this, I'm going out to dinner, da-da-da. I don't know how it's coming. I have a backup plan. Maybe two guys come in or two girls come in, but it's not wishful thinking. It's what is. So I'm doing this. Let's say I start doing this on July the 1st or the end of June. I'm having it by the 31st. Maybe I said he has dark hair and dark eyes. I don't know, Scorpio. These are ideas that are flashing in my head. He has dark hair and he has dark eyes and he's tall and he looks exactly like this. And in comes a dark-haired, dark guy, or dark-haired, dark-eyed guy, right? Or girl that is not as tall as the one I was visioning, and he's shorter, and he was the second choice, but I was treated like a king or a queen because I let spirit do that how in between. This reading sounds a little crazy off the wall, but they're saying it's like a long range aim, don't cause yourself trouble with people or go recklessly forward. Have that backup plan. I think this is like excellent time, and I believe we're bringing something forward for all of us Scorpios. That's how it feels for this month. So we'll each individually want to bring a different thing forward, but we will do it as long as we have that little backup. Well, if this doesn't work out, I'm good with that. I'll take this. Okay? What's our thing? They are telling us that. Our angel card is play, Scorpio. They crack me up. Manifestation is actually play. It actually is. We just take ourselves too seriously in it. The universe, spirit, source, however you want to call it, they don't take that seriously because that's what we're here for. We're here to bring forward that which we desire in the material plane. We just complicate things with praying inappropriately and getting what we didn't want versus what we do want. Okay? So when you're taking that little respite with that Four of Swords, think about what you want. It says, Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while, and don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, laughter will lift your energy so that you can return to work with a renewed perspective and a heightened energy. I think a lot of this is about that with the, or what we're working on I think a lot of this reading is about that. Let's see what this says, because I don't think I've ever got that card before. Whoops. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Let's see. I don't think I have. It says, the angels see that you need to play. Maybe with that Four of Swords, it's been tough, because they were talking about some of us coming out of a hard time. You know, and sometimes maybe we had the Three of Swords the month before, and now we're recovering and thinking how we're going to move forward with it. You know, Three of Swords is heartache and, you know, crappy stuff and betrayal and things like that. Sometimes illness, you know, will come with that. Maybe we're recuperating from it. Maybe we're just so stressed. You need a little bit of rest. It says, the angels see that you need to play, so they sent you this card. You've been working and worrying a lot lately, and your soul cries out for fun. Feelings of fatigue, irritability, and depression are additional signs that you're overdue for some playtime. You don't need to wait until you have a free moment, because you can inject fun into your day today. Simple pleasures, moments of stillness, laughing with a friend, or watching a funny movie are examples of ways to have fun that don't require a lot of time or money. Fun and play are necessary parts of life for children and adults. These types of activity help us live healthier lives and allow us to attain our desires more quickly. Fun's part of living a balanced life. Additional meanings are, stop what you're doing and go have fun right now. Geez, I'm done with this reading, Scorpio. See ya. Release any guilt about having fun to the angels. You deserve happiness, pleasure, and enjoyment. Make sure that your recreational activities are purely fun and non-competitive. That was funny. They expect us Scorpios to be non-competitive. Somebody is very sadly mistaken out there. Sorry, Scorpio. I was being a smart aleck. Anyhow, Scorpio, that's our reading for this month, and I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes and shares and subscribes and for all of your comments. I really appreciate them, and I read each and every single one of them, even if I don't get a lot of time to write you back. And for anybody who wants to just know more about me, all the information's down below the screen at the website, or if you want to set up an appointment with me, everything is there to do that. And to all of you that I've met through doing these YouTube readings, and to all of you I've met through doing readings for 28 years now. Wow. Hard to believe. I'm really getting up there, aren't I? I just want to tell each and every one of you it was an honor and a privilege to serve you, and hopefully I'll be back here next month. Bye-bye.